I'm surprised you hadn't noticed.
Wait a sec! How did I not notice that? How did I notice? I've been too distracted with school lately.
Did you not notice
Oh
that?
my gosh!
I held this up like 3 times! I held this up on camera 3 times and you never noticed it!
I noticed your A&W root beer, but I didn't notice your iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Oh my...
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the iTunes Fan Podcast. As always, I'm Teddy Macker from the iTunes Fanboy.
And my name is Alpha DeWolf.
And TabCat406 is not going to be joining us tonight because he's currently doing a renovation, as he's busy with that. But without further ado, I shall address the first kind of obvious thing, which is that it has been a couple of weeks since we've done a podcast episode. As I think our last episode we recorded was 3 weeks ago.
In part, some of it was due to him. One of them may or may not have been due to me forgetting that I was on mute the entire time.
Yeah, the last episode we recorded last week I was already editing everything, and Alpha for this clip was on mute the entire time. So consequently,
I'm looking at OBS right now. OBS is saying that I'm not on mute. I should have audio, and we will find out very quickly if we do not.
yeah, I have audio too. So because this is not this.
Yep,
This
that
isn't
was
our
my
first
bad.
rodeo with this, because I think in July 2023 we had the same incident when there was a completely unreleased episode due to me having no audio.
Oh, we've had multiple episodes where we've had to scrap it due to somebody was on mute something.
Yeah, we've had lots of episodes that I've scrapped because of this. But
So,
shall we go ahead and get started for our first topic, which is my latest Idiot Award nominees?
considering that we've started this 40 minutes late, we better.
Okay, I have several.
So-
Okay, so this one's apparently not coming through on my MacBook, so I have to show this on my iPad. But this one I just got like a day ago, but usually comments are coming in kind of late. But this is on my Apple World Travel Adapter Kit video, so I immediately reported this comment because this is what I do. But this guy commented, "The worst video, waft this idiot elongating his words in the video by placing rappers back in the box. How stupid is that? To show how the crap this S word works."
You know what I have to say to comments like those? You don't like it? Then why don't you make one yourself? You don't like the video? Then why don't you make it yourself? What's that saying? If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself?
Exactly, because the reason why I put the wrappers back in the box, because that guy clearly didn't understand, is that because I'm a collector, I like to keep all the original wrappers for stuff, except for the outer plastic wrappers. So that's why I put them back in the box. I guess I should do a better job explaining that.
I mean, I still have the wrappers. I still have the wrappers too, but I just cut out the bits where I'm organizing them and putting them back in the box.
Yeah. Yeah, but given
So,
that
that's what I do.
that
At
was
least.
only a 6-minute long video or something like that, that was a little bit irritating. But I have some. That's not my only one, and given that we're starting this one 40 minutes late, I got 2 more. So this one right here is from my video on when Apple tried to kill the MacBook Air, because Apple did try to. There was a time when it seemed like Apple was going to try to discontinue it, and this guy commented, "Please don't shoot my Hackintosh, I beg you." I don't know what that was about.
Attention. An attention
Yeah.
seeker.
Oh, and this guy commented on how to hide the notch on MacBooks. What a retard.
Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. Just some people
Yeah.
being stupid. I had a comment. I've had a couple comments, people telling me I look like Steve Jobs.
Huh. Were you wearing a turtleneck?
I don't think I look like Steve
No,
Jobs.
not quite.
this is not a turtleneck. I don't have any turtlenecks, and I probably never will.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought about getting one just to dress up as Steve Jobs for Halloween.
You also need to get the circular
Yeah,
glasses.
and I don't wear glasses, so...
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because of my mullet or something, but... yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't really have any standout idiot award nominees for today.
That's good. So, shall I move on to our next topic that's actually about good news?
Yeah.
So, the Apple employee that leaked the iPhone 17 Pro is not getting fired.
I mean, he was doing his job. It's like when you put it's like say someone's driving the next generation car or a brand new car that's unreleased. Well, when you test it out in the wild like that, of course people are going to see it. So are you really going to fire the driver for somebody spotted that new car that's not on sale yet?
Like 2 years
that. I would figure it'd be the same exact case for unreleased iPhones.
Yeah, because 2 years ago, let me look back at this photo. But 2 years ago, I'm trying to find this. Where is this? Come on, this is back in 2023. My dad found this. My dad spotted this prototype Volvo, whatever their competitor to Chevy Bolt is.
Oh yeah,
my
the
dad
EX30.
spotted one of those when he was out driving out in the wild, and this is a prototype.
Yeah,
And he obviously did, and so yeah, that makes perfect sense. Now, I think the Apple employee who leaked the prototype iPhone 4 channel, let me grab mine. I think the Apple employee who leaked the prototype iPhone 4, I'm pretty sure that guy was fired. Oh, let me look that up, actually. But to be fair, it's a little bit different.
well, considering how careless he was leaving it in a bar, that I'm not shocked about.
Yeah, like if you're going to go to a bar, like you don't leave, especially if you intend to get drunk at a bar, which that Apple employee clearly did.
So, but speaking of people who did get fired, and well, tried talking about it last episode.
Yeah.
The whole Jon Prosser lawsuit.
Oh yeah, so apparently Sam Cole spoke out against it.
So, in case you guys weren't aware, Apple sued Jon Prosser, and because this is all lost in the last episode, I'll give you a quick recap on what I said about it. I don't think John's going to get hammered all that badly because I know how he handles leaks due to him being one of the most transparent reporters out there. And he has not given me a lot of reason to believe Apple claiming that, he's paying his sources and such. I don't believe that. And speaking of which, now that we're going to talk about Sam Cole speaking out, he's given us another reason, albeit it's not necessarily a good reason, as to why we should not believe Apple accusing John for paying his sources.
What did Sam Cole say?
So he appeared not on Genius Bar, not on his own channel, but Geared Up, a podcast by Andrew Edwards, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll look that up.
He did an episode with Andrew Edwards, and together they discussed something about John that actually, again, because I followed him for a while, I'm aware of this bit of his history, but they actually brought up the ultimate reason why Genius Bar hadn't uploaded in 3 months now? I don't remember. They haven't uploaded in a while. And it's not due to the lawsuit.
Why is that?
So, I've mentioned this name before. You know Randy Vasquez?
Yes. Or I've heard of him, because you talk about him all the time.
So, a few years ago, Randy Vasquez was the songwriter for Front Page Text Music. He was the one who made the theme songs for seasons, if I recall, it's seasons 6, 7, and 8 of Front Page Tech. He's the one who made the theme music for that. During the first 2 seasons, I don't know, I guess Randy was doing it. I don't remember the exact reason why there wasn't supposed to be payment for the first 2 seasons, but on season 8, Jon said that he was going to pay Randy a certain amount of money because he's a great artist making music for his channel, and so he was supposed to pay Randy a set amount of money. About that.
He did not.
It took him, I think it was about a full year. And during that full year, he basically ghosted Randy. Not saying anything about, oh yeah, Jon still owes Randy money. And this is years ago. So I know about this habit that he had. And unfortunately, well, it's kind of happening again that Sam Cole discussed. Apparently, Jon contracted out, what's his name? Renders by Shay, I think, for one of his renders. And apparently he owed Shay money. Last I checked, still hasn't been paid.
And of course, because Jon's already under fire.
He also talked on... Yeah, well, and then also to continue that, on Recycle Bin, his podcast with his basically high school best friend, Brian Shoup, he mentioned that, he got a new render artist for FPT. His name, he goes by Asher or something. Asher still hasn't been paid.
Who runs the Trash Can podcast?
And then the final thing that Andrew Edwards brought up.
I'm going to look that up.
Yeah. And then the final thing that actually Andrew Edwards brought up, he brought up 2 stories involving Jon and money. He hired Jon a long time ago as an editor for a couple videos. I think it was after the first video, Jon asked Andrew something about could he be paid early because he needed the money right away for something. So Andrew paid all the money early instead of as each video released one by one. And he never got those videos that Jon was supposed to make him.
And of course,
ended up having to do it himself.
So in other words, I'm wondering if Jon Prosser is under. I'm wondering if Jon is worried that that's going to come out after because of this whole lawsuit as he gets investigated.
Well, the truth is, it is already out there. Again, I follow Jon for many years, and I mean, I'm not super close friends with Randy, but we do talk tech and EVs on occasion. Like, he knows who I am. He considers me a bit of an OG on his channel. So he's brought this up on his channel, and that's how I ultimately became aware of Jon not paying him for this sort of thing. And now we've got more stories about Jon not paying other people that he owes money. So, if anyone else wants to accuse him of paying his sources, well, ask his render artist. He'll tell you he's not pretty good at paying them.
Oh.
Now, yeah, this is a bad reason as of why Jon wouldn't have paid his sources for leaking, because, I mean, he didn't pay Randy for the music. He didn't pay any of his render artists, basically. He basically freebied off of all of them. Why would you expect him to pay his sources for leaking stuff to him?
I'm surprised Jon's not getting sued for this.
He should, if I'm being honest. I mean, there's a reason why in the beginning of my video I brought up he is part-time FPT host, part-time Genius Bar podcast host, part-time all this, part-time all this, other that, and then full-time professional you-know-what.
Oh.
I did say it for a reason. When it comes to tech and analyzing tech, dude, he is one of the best. But him as a person, well, he's a bit of a you-know-what.
Well, I mean, Tabby, of course, mentioned on this podcast how about some beef he had with Jon Prosser on the internet back in 2018.
A lot of people do. And it's... The thing with me is... He doesn't share much about his past. But when I was once upon a time an avid listener to Genius Bar, there was one time he brought up a very crucial part of his past that he never basically shared with the internet at all. There is a spot where I can sympathize, and I understand why he acts the way he does. Now, does that excuse his actions? Absolutely not. But considering the crap that he went through his childhood, my God, he needs the Lord's mercy.
What happened to him as a child, or do you remember?
So early on in his childhood, his original dad passed away. His mom had remarried. Shortly after that, his mom ended up dying of cancer. And then a couple months after his mom's death, his new stepdad, what's the word without getting completely demonetized or let's just say he unalived himself. So after that, Jon and his brother went to live with his grandma. And then at age of 16, he had to make one of the most painful decisions he ever made. His grandma ended up, I think it was a heart condition. I don't remember the exact details, but his grandma was on her deathbed, and basically he had to tell the doctors, do not resuscitate. Age 16. So at that point, pretty much all of his family was gone. The only family he had left, he still has left, is his brother. And so he's raising his kid brother at age 16.
How could he legally, did he legally have to live on his own for the last 2 years of his childhood? I
don't know how he did it. To my knowledge, I don't actually think he reported that to the authorities. What I think he did was he just went under the government's radar because he knew if he actually did report that, oh yeah, him and his brother have no family, they'd get separated. And again, his brother is the only family he's got left. So, and that's only, if I had to guess, due to that rough family history, I wouldn't be shocked if there was more to it than just that. And especially witnessing how Jon behaves the way he does today. So on one hand, I do feel bad for him. I do sympathize with him because he didn't deserve any of that as a kid. But at the same time, you can't. That doesn't excuse his actions of today. He does need to pay the people that he owes money, and etc. etc. But ultimately, this is the reason why Genius Bar podcast had officially ended. It is not because of the lawsuit. It is because Sam Cole found out about this, and knowing Sam Cole, of course he would choose to break ties with Jon. So, but ultimately what he had to say about Jon in the lawsuit, he thinks Jon will come out relatively okay. But at the same time, nobody is really impressed with, nobody's particularly impressed with him right now. And I thought, I've known about Jon not paying people before, because it happened to my friend Randy. He didn't pay Randy when he owed Randy money. But I thought when Genius Bar podcast had started, because the whole owing Randy money situation, that was before Genius Bar started. And as Genius Bar progressed, I was watching Jon become a better and better version of himself. And I'm a bit sad to see that he slumped back into his old ways, his old habits. So. But, yeah, I thought that would be something important to bring up since there's the whole Jon Prosser lawsuit. And I made a video that made me sound extremely biased towards favoring him. I'm trying to assure you guys, I'm looking at the situation objectively, and this is what I know. So, but yeah, there's that. I'll let Teddy talk about the next topic because I really need to pee.
Okay, you can still hear me, right?
Yep, I can still hear you.
Okay, so there has been a new kernel exploit discovered for iPhone OS 3.0 all the way to iOS 10.3.4, which gives more potential for jailbreaking and possibly downgrading. That will be untethered, so that means, in other words, devices from the original iPhone all the way up to the iPhone 7 in some cases will be able to be jailbroken with this new exploit if they're running on anywhere between iPhone OS 3 and iOS 10. Nothing really has made this kernel exploit yet because it's still very young, but it'll be curious to see how it goes. Now I just gotta wait for Alpha to get back.
My goodness, I swear I have the world's smallest bladder. Oh.
I hear it gets worse.
All right, I'm back.
I hear it's worse with old people.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have any?
All right. What's
all right,
next?
So Skechers has new shoes for kids with a slot for an AirTag in them for parents to track their kids.
Oh. I don't know about you, but I don't really like that.
I think this is genuinely useless.
I mean, it's not completely useless, but it does have... I do have concerns with Fourth Amendment type of stuff. Right to privacy.
I mean, okay, technically children don't have these same rights because they're technically still a property of their parents at that point. So, I mean,
even still, like, a big thing that drives me nuts is I don't know. I don't like the idea of tracking kids like this.
no, like my mom tracks me with her, like whenever I'm out driving, my mom tracks my location with my phone. That drives me nuts, which is why as soon as I turn 18, I'm going to force my mother to turn that off, or else might even file.
I think it should automatically turn it off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, probably. When you turn 18, does your Apple ID automatically disengage from your parents?
Well, I never had my Apple ID linked to my parents, so...
Oh yeah, you wouldn't know.
Come to think, how... If I'm not mistaken, I was 13 years old when I created my Apple ID. And it had basically no restrictions. And just so you know, when I entered my age, I entered 13. Didn't give me any restrictions.
The only reason why my Apple ID started out with restrictions is because I just created mine a little bit before my 13th birthday. But if I created my Apple ID just a year later than I actually did, then I wouldn't have any restrictions.
So, but I never had restrictions on my Apple ID. Also, in part, I'm the only Apple. Well, aside from my mom's and my sister's iPods, I'm the only Apple user in the house.
Yeah, you're actually kind of lucky in that case. But getting back on topic, the main thing I don't like about these shoes is that aren't kids going to be with their parents or another trusted adult usually if they're that young to need those types of shoes?
What type of age demographic are these shoes targeting?
Let me look, because the last I checked...
Because then there's another concern that I have. I mean, even though Apple's pretty good when it comes to security, there's still computers that can ultimately be hacked.
Yeah.
And now they have a new way to track kids. And it's like, oh, whoa, that just got dark, like, real fast.
I'm watching the ad right
just,
now.
I do not like this idea at all.
They're not showing anybody in the ad, but it shows like a... I'm thinking... It's supposed to target like elementary school age kids. Like kids, I would say, in between the ages of 6 and 11.
Yeah, my guess is they're trying to target that demographic because any kids older than that are more likely than not to have a smartphone.
Also, most kids that are older than the age of 12, Also, most kids older than that aren't going to want their parents to track them anyway.
I mean, I'm sure the positive spin that they're trying to spin on this is, oh, say the kid gets kidnapped. Well, now there's a geo tracker.
But if they're...
But then, at the same time, if again, with AirTags, you know how, lost mode. And then it pings an iPhone saying, hey, there's an AirTag that's following you. Does that not defeat the point?
Also, kidnappers are probably going to eventually figure out that there's AirTags in shoes, and they can easily just take them out.
I'm also more worried, like, if the kidnappers know they're being tracked, I think that put the child in more danger.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I get that's the positive spin. Oh, say my child gets kidnapped, something goes wrong. Well, now I can find them. But at the same with the way AirTags work, I mean, even Apple stated they tried to design a tracker that doesn't track people. And what is this shoe trying to enable?
Tracking people.
And so, I mean, sure, the shoe offers a form factor where, okay, now it's easier to track people, but at the same time, you still got Apple's built-in anti-people tracking stuff into the AirTag. It will ping iPhones saying, hey, there's a device, there's a tracking device, there's an AirTag following you.
Also, the other thing I guess I should say about this is, number one, kids of this age are most likely... First of all, parents should just if parents are gonna track their kids, they should just be very careful about where they let their kids of that age go. Like, they should only let their...
In my honest opinion, there are some parents that just straight up should not be parents. If they can't keep track of their child without needing to resort to technology like this, then maybe they should have considered not being parents in the first place.
Yeah, because if you're between the ages of 6 and 11, kids don't have driver's licenses, so they can't really go far anyway. So they can't go far on their own anyway, and most of the time in the cities they can walk, they can bike, they don't necessarily need a car. Okay, that's true, they can, but still, good parents aren't going to let their kids go very far anyway, or else without them. And even if they're going somewhere without their parents, they're usually going to be with either another trusted adult, like another close relative, like an aunt, uncle, grandparent, or a grandparent, or else they'll be on like a team or a school event, or else they'll be at school. Which, another thing I thought I should mention is that, just think of how many of the teachers and school staff's iPhones would go off because of this.
Oh. Right, because if you get them all in a classroom... No, you're right. That would set all of their iPhones off. That would be a major class distraction.
Now, obviously, most of the time, at least the old elementary school I went to, they don't, like... You can't have your cell phone on you at all there. So it's only...
But I mean, the teachers' iPhones.
Yeah, like it would set them all...
That'll be the problem, the teachers' iPhones.
Yes.
And staff in general.
Yeah, and teachers might think they're being tracked by someone.
In general, I do not subscribe to the idea of tracking people.
No, neither do I.
Both the obvious illegal kind and even if it's supposed to be as harmless on just making sure, okay, my kid's safe. I do not subscribe to that idea at all. Especially when you're hooking them up with a piece of technology that ultimately is still connected to the internet, which everyone has access to.
Yeah, now, Now,
So-
granted, I don't mind it. I don't mind it quite as much that my mom tracks my location all the time with my car via my phone's location, because I have my phone on me, so it's not like it's an extra interference. But still, like there's only so far that parents can go. There's only so far that parents can go to protect their kids.
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, too, it's a balance. It's a balance of trying to keep them safe, but sometimes they gotta find out the hard way.
Yes.
It's a delicate balance that no parent knows where it's at. So, but anywho, we should get off this topic before we become a parenting podcast.
Yeah.
We're not even married.
Yeah.
So, and one of us isn't even 18.
Yeah, that's true.
So, next
GTI's
topic.
e-bikes are coming to the United States, but they're going to be starting at $7,500.
I mean, I'm thinking next year of buying an e-bike, but definitely not for $7,000.
$7,500. Excuse me.
Yeah, definitely not paying that much for an e-bike.
This is kind of, it's like paying $5,000 for a Lamborghini stroller, which, yes, there's a Lamborghini baby stroller that's cost $5,000.
Oh gosh.
Why would you pay $5,000 just to get a stroller that your baby's gonna outgrow and grow?
Because you have more money than brain cells.
These are probably the same types of these are probably the same types of parents that buy those Skechers shoes for their kids.
Yep. I mean, hey, Skechers are good shoes. Those are my work shoes.
Whenever I'm not wearing sandals, I typically wear Hoka tennis shoes, because I finally switched away from Nike, and I can confidently say that Hoka's fit so much better. Because I'm a size 16 wide in Nikes, but in Hoka's I'm a size 12 and a half.
Jeez. Size 16. I'm like 8.5. My feet are small.
Well, you also buy shoes that properly fit you, because I mean, Hoka shoes are pretty good, but they are a little bit pricey, so I would say right now, I've never tried Skechers shoes. I might do that for my next pair.
Yeah, I get their, I don't remember what they call their work line, but it's well, it's technically not steel toe because it's not made, the hard part of the toe is not made of steel. It's actually made out of carbon fiber composite, which is kind of cool. And because of that, actually, I'm now safe to work on high voltage, supposedly, because I won't be grounded.
Oh yeah,
I'm still not going to do that.
I'll probably will need those shoes for when I become an electrician.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good shoes.
Yeah, the only pair.
So, anywho, why are we talking about shoes? We're talking about shoes again.
I guess that's a shoe.
What are we, a shoe podcast?
We haven't even, and we're going this long talking about shoes, and we're not even talking about the Nike shoes from the late 2000s that had the slots for Nike Plus iPod tracker or Nike Plus iPod fitness sensors.
Yeah, those things. So, anywho, I mean, cool that we got another e-bike option coming, except I am 100% not taking that. In fact, I'm thinking next summer I might actually buy one for real this time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I guess I should mention that I am thinking about getting a bike rack for my car. I'm not sure if I'll do it on this one or also wait until a Tesla, but the reason why I want to get a bike mount is because I do sometimes have to take my bike into the shop when it goes out of commission. Like, my bike is out of commission right now and has been for a little over a week at this point.
Your bike is out of commission, or your car is
No,
out
my
of
bike
commission?
is.
Oh, okay.
Be-
Did you ever get the alternator fixed on your car?
Oh, so it turns out it wasn't the alternator. It turns out it was just a little low on oil because I took it up on a long road trip, and my car is so high mileage that it needs to have its oil changed so frequently.
Huh. Okay, that's a bit odd, but okay.
Yeah, no, it's no, my alternator is good. At least, well, I'm sure it probably won't be too long before it starts failing, given my car's mileage, which is my car is getting close to 100,000 miles.
Yeah, my car is I gotta tear basically the whole thing apart to reroute some wiring harnesses. And it is gonna be an involved multi-day process to get
How
that
are you
thing
gonna?
fixed.
What are you gonna drive in the meantime?
I'm not sure. Oh, I have a friend with an electric scooter, 50 miles of range, which is overkill for me because I don't really drive more than 10 miles a day. So, yeah, I'm actually going to be riding to work in on a scooter.
You better do that right now while you still can in in the UP.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% getting this taken care of ASAP. Because if I don't, what's going on right now because I'm not taking care of it is the doors keep trying to lock themselves every time. You know when you put the car into drive, it automatically locks the doors. So put the car into drive, or I just lock it because I'm walking away. The locks will keep trying to lock themselves.
Oh.
And that's not good. Now, when the car's unlocked, it doesn't do it. It's fine when it's unlocked. Though I'm mostly nervous because I'm about to take it to the city in a couple of days. And in the city, you have to lock your car doors.
All right, you're leaving, so.
I'm worried I'm going to drain the 12 volt.
All right, you can still. It's still summer for you.
So, yeah, I got to get that taken care of so my locks stop trying to lock themselves all the time.
Yeah.
But to do that, again, it's more wiring harness corrosion issues. Remember last year how I basically had the car out of commission for a month and a half?
Yes.
I hope it doesn't take that long, but hopefully there's fewer wiring harnesses this time. But I gotta figure out which one it is, because this is just going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare to get this car fixed, because now I'm out of warranty, which means if I were to take it to the dealer to have them fix it, I'd probably be paying close to around $1,000.
Oh yeah, I would say just fix it yourself.
Yeah, most of it I would not be shocked if it's labor cost, because again, this is a wiring harness. They have these things fished everywhere. And if you know anything about my car, did they make it easy to replace simple things like a wiring harness? No, they couldn't even make it as a 12-volt battery easy to change, nor a cabin air filter. Heck, good luck trying to jack up the car if you get a flat tire, because there is no safe point on that car to jack up without a proper car lift.
Dang, I don't think I'll be buying a Buick Cross Essence.
Here's the thing though. For me, it's wiring harnesses and corrosion, and this is just due to where I live. It's just, it sucks, but because we heavily salt our roads, that means our cars corrode a heck of a lot faster. So it's not just a problem with my car, it happens to other people's cars. Like,
I forgot about that.
I'm talking to the techs at the dealership, and they're like, yeah, it is not uncommon. They'll have cars come in due to corroded wiring harnesses because of where we live. So it's really a regional thing. Honestly, the car is pretty damn reliable.
Oh, yeah. That makes... Well, I forgot that you live in the UP, where that makes a lot of sense for your...
Yeah. So minus the corrosion problems just due to my location, dude, the car is pretty damn reliable. I had that thing run a whole year, and I haven't had anything major go wrong. I had just like 2 oil changes and filling it up with gas and a cabin air filter, and like that's it for a year. That's just basic regular expected maintenance. Nothing broke. So, yeah, when the car's put together and is working, dude, that thing is so reliable. But because of where we live, it's abusive to the cars. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to have to replace some wheel bearings at some point because, yeah, our roads are terrible. Absolutely terrible here. And when the snow comes around and the ice, then comes the salt. And, yeah, dude, Michigan is abusive to cars. Like you would not believe. So, honestly, the fact that the cars made it this long without any extra problems, I'm actually quite impressed. So,
I forgot to mention that your car isn't...
But, yeah, that's the status of
Stardust.
Stardust.
Your car is not the only one who... Your car is not the only one who... That doesn't unlock... That doesn't lock, because my mom's car is now... Ever since it's had a battery replaced back in... let me think... February or March, sometime around then. Ever since it's had its battery replaced, it no longer locks. Yeah, that car doesn't lock anymore.
I almost wonder... The rest of the electronics have power. Yeah, it has to, because you need power to start the engine. Something must have got disconnected or chewed. Do the windows still work?
I think so, but I hardly ever... My mom doesn't want me to drive that thing anymore ever since I backed the thing into the gate, because my mom didn't align it. Because my mom didn't align it through the center, and we have a very tight gate. But now my mom won't let me drive that thing, so I haven't really spent much time in that car to figure out.
Yeah, ask her if the windows roll down, because if they don't roll down, I think you might have either a chewed wire or... I don't know, the only other theory I'd have left is the cable either overcurrented or something and fried itself.
You actually have cats that sometimes will go up into... some feral cats outside that do go up into the cars, so that would actually make sense.
So yeah, that might be where you want to investigate, because the locks are apart. The locks are tied into the same wiring harness as the windows. If the windows don't work, that's probably where you're going to want to start looking. It's got to be the connection between the door and, well, power in general.
Yeah. So. And we took that. That car down to. And we took that car to the airport for me to, on my way to the airport when I was leaving for Europe. So, I'm glad no one broke into the car then.
Yep. So, all right. We should probably move on, because we still got a lot of topics.
Oh yeah.
To talk about.
The DJI Osmo 360 is DJI's competitor to Insta360's cameras, but it's not sold in the US directly via DJI because of the sanctions.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, I finally started looking into the world of those 360 style cameras. I initially first saw one in proper use thanks to the YouTube channel Aging Wheels, because apparently his camera setup is extremely simple. He's got his standard lav mic, and he uses one of those 360 cams so that way, as he's editing, he can just quickly pan to himself talking or pan to footage of the highway. Which I think that'd be pretty cool.
That is awesome. What's in the can you're drinking?
So, yeah, it's just A&W. I recently had my birthday about a week and a half ago or so, and so one of my birthday presents was a 12-pack of root beer, A&W root beer. So, yep, I made it another lap around the sun.
That's cool.
All right, next up.
Insta360's anti-gravity drone platform will be a drone platform where all drones will feature 360-degree cameras.
Not entirely sure why you'd want that, though.
Yeah, because isn't the point of a drone to record what's down?
Yeah, the point is to get more of a top-down. I mean, occasionally, yeah, it'd be nice to get like a proper wide view of, say, a city or something, but no, most of the time it's either for a top-down or for a cityscape from higher altitude.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know why you'd want to see the sky.
Exactly.
Or the sun. So I'm a bit confused about that.
Shall I move on to our next topic, which is some very bad news? All I should say is that you should be glad that the American Revolution happened.
Yeah, right. I watched something on LTT's WAN show about this.
Dear. In case you guys don't know, the American Revolution was when the U.S. separated from the UK from being under control of the British Empire. But
I'm sure everyone knows that. That's basic history.
People outside the U.S. might not know, so most of our viewers are American. But getting back on topic, the UK is mandating that users be 18 via checking IDs before they watch adult content. And this is going to be on sites like Twitter, Blue Sky, and Reddit are also going to comply. But this also means pornography websites. They're obviously going to have to do this too. And some sites are now shutting down the UK.
I mean, on one hand, I see the spirit of these intentions. I question the follow-through.
Same. Because, first of all, couldn't you just... There's no way... How are these sites going to know they're just not... That minors aren't just uploading adult IDs that you can find online or something?
That's the thing. Dude, fake IDs exist. And especially... thanks to the power of AI, everyone! Creating a fake ID... That's easy now! That's easy talk for these things!
You know what a lot of states in the U.S. are doing, which is stupid?
Well, a lot of states do a lot of things that are stupid.
But with their IDs, what they're doing is, I'm obviously not going to show my driver's license on camera for obvious reasons, but I can't show. But some of my friends.
Yeah, nobody would. I never show mine either.
Yeah, but But some of my friends that are younger,
So-
that are a lot younger than me, and have shown me their IDs, and they have, and because of a new process where to check whether IDs are fake or not, like via some sort of sensors, part of this process involves black and white photography instead of the normal color photography that my older ID has, which reminds me when I get my driver's license up.
Oh no, yeah, they put some stuff like it's not a standard card anymore. It's like license plates. It's not just a metal plate. There's actual elements to it that can I'm not going to pull it out completely, but I'm going to show you something. Just to make sure. Yes, there is no identifiable information other than the state that I live in. My driver's license is currently inside this thing. Do you know why it is inside this thing?
Please tell me.
RFID.
Oh my. Why would states do this? This is...
It allows officers to, tap it to their system. Say you get pulled over. Instead of having to look it up and then type everything. No, they can just tap it to their system and everything pops up.
Can't cops just look up driver's license?
If anything, it makes traffic stops go a lot quicker.
Can't cops just type in the driver's license ID number and then get information that way? Like, you know, how their system should work?
It's slower. This way effectively does... It's no different. It really isn't any different. It's just instead of typing in all that information, it's, let's put it up to this scanner. This will scan the ID. Oh, here's all the information. And it's just quicker.
No, it's not, because it's not that much quicker because, actually, I forgot. Different states have different lengths of numbers for driver's licenses. Oh.
Yeah, how long is ours? We got a long list of letters and random numbers and such.
Ours are mine. So. The numbers in my state are a lot shorter, so that would be a lot more economical. But two things I want to mention about this. But
I mean that's also their test to validate. Hey, this is a valid ID. If it shows up in their system, okay, there's no question. Yeah, it's a valid driver's license.
But the problem is that part of this process of checking IDs is they make the photos black and white. Now, here's my concern. Let's say cops pull somebody over and they need to look up somebody. How are you going to be able to tell it's that person if the photo is in black and white? Because, like, hair in the United States, a lot of people's skin colors and hair colors vary.
I don't know why you'd use black and white anymore these days. Like, the fact that it wants to do black and white, that's kind of stupid. I mean, the only thing that makes sense is if it's looking for hidden artifacts that a typical color sensor can't... I don't know, but... I don't understand I don't know everything that goes into the tech behind our driver's licenses and all these plastic cards and such, but... I mean, the concept of an RFID card is nothing new. I have one because that's how Michigan issues their licenses, and I would not be shocked if many other states do the same thing too.
Yeah, because the two complaints I have about this. First of all, RFID, hackers can easily just snap that and get ID information to use to create fakes.
And that's why I have it in that blue thing that I just showed you. It's an RFID shield. So that way they can't just tap my card or like that. They'd have to take it out of the shield first.
There's that, but what else is good? But another thing that I want to mention too is that a lot of times I shouldn't have to mention, but But if you go to buy something that requires you to be at least well, here in the U.S. 21, if you buy one of those types of things, they'll often, when the clerks of the store are going to ask for your IDs, they're not going to be able to tell for sure that's you because because the photo's not in color.
No.
And I did check and I believe in states where you can have your ID on your phone, they still require a physical copy. They still require you to show a physical copy of your ID before you can get that, before you can buy tobacco.
Well, yeah, of course. But, yeah, just in general, the thing is, I know making a fake ID is not that hard. Now, the danger to that is you better make sure you don't get pulled over and accidentally present that fake ID. Because if you do, you are instantly busted.
Also going to go. That's also a federal offense, which you'll go to jail for 10 years. Or no, you'll go to prison for 10 years, I believe.
So I mean, in general, I don't recommend fake IDs. I don't. But still, I know that, especially because teenagers tend to have this tendency to be rebellious. And I know some that have, I'll just say I do know some that have had fake IDs in the past.
Mm.
So, yeah, I know it's a thing. And it turns out, I asked, how did you get this by chance? Turns out, it's not really as hard as you think. And now, thanks to AI, dude, it's even easier. So, yeah, I get the intention behind the UK wanting to crack down on making sure minors don't have access to content they shouldn't have access to. Like, that's a fair goal to have. I question the follow-through.
Same. For another thing that the UK government is failing to consider is, like, everyone, or else they probably know this, and that's why they're doing this, but everyone is going to have to upload their IDs and I'm not talking and this of course isn't just for porn, but this is also for Twitter, Blue Sky, and Reddit. Like, everyone's in the UK is going to have to upload their IDs.
And then there's another problem. Okay, say you choose not to upload a fake ID because you're a good person. Now your real ID is on the internet. And guess what data brokers love?
Personal information.
They will do everything in their power to hack all of these servers with all of these IDs.
And of course, in the UK, they don't have the same. They don't have the same rights to privacy.
Yeah. I mean, despite that, we have our Fourth Amendment. I'd argue that a lot of corporations today are not doing a good job adhering to it.
No, they're not. But in the UK, there's still enough.
Meta, Mark Zuckerberg,
Sundar Pichai. Sam
Just
Altman.
Yeah. Oh, Sam Altman especially, that prick. Ugh. Some of these people just make me mad. Anywho, that's all I have to say on that.
Sam.
I don't have much more to say, so. Oh dear, Adobe's in the news.
So, Adobe, moving on to our next topic, Adobe is releasing native ARM Windows versions of Premiere Pro, After Effects, Audition, and Media Encoder with some missing features like ProRes and Adobe Premiere Pro.
Ooh. I mean, on one hand, what took them so long?
Yeah.
It's like, they have native ARM software for Macs. And Windows has been trying to get on ARM for ages. But at the same time, where's ProRes? And where's those other useless features that probably have 2 letters in front of them?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's good for PC users that are trying to get off of x86. Because, dude, there are so many benefits to getting off of x86. Especially in the laptop space. Maybe not so much the desktop space, though I'd argue that's because, at least from what Apple has demonstrated, they've chosen not to crank up the amount of juice that the chip has available to it.
Well, of course, but you still reduce your electric bill with ARM chips.
That is true. Yeah, that is true, but like say machines for like the Mac Pro, for example. Like the point of that is all the performance possible in a box, right?
Yeah, Apple's not doing a good job of that.
It's still not there. So, but is this Windows on ARM's ultimate saving grace? Probably not. But I mean, hey, it at least helps give video editors another option.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But I personally use Mac OS, so I don't really have much to say about this. But shall I move on to our next topic?
Yeah.
So Dropbox.
Ooh.
So Dropbox is shutting down their password manager in October.
Dropbox is Microsoft, right?
No. Dropbox is an independent firm, I thought.
I thought they were a Microsoft service.
Nope.
Huh. Let me see.
I'm looking this up.
Who owns Dropbox?
It's they've partnered with Microsoft, but they've never been acquired.
Ah. Yeah, it looked like they were owned by Microsoft, but because it came with my Office 360 thing. When I downloaded Office 360 on my PCs, Dropbox
You mean
was one
Office
of the
365?
things downloaded. Oh, same difference.
Or should I say Microsoft 365?
I thought they still called it Office.
It's confusing.
Well, hey, they make as much sense as their operating
Microsoft
system.
Office 365,
So.
I believe is technically called, but yeah.
Yeah, did not know they had a password manager.
Neither did I, which is probably why it shut down. Because no one knew about it.
Probably. I'm still locked out of 1Password, by the way.
Oh, Dropbox is also recommending, I believe Dropbox is recommending that people switch to one password.
Oh, well, how convenient. Now I just need to figure out how to get back into my 1Password so I have access to those passwords again.
Wait a second, so you need...
I've got...
So you lost the one password you need to access all your passwords.
I know! How ironic is that?
Alpha.
How ironic is that?
That's very...
I told you. I've told the internet this, and this still holds true. My memory sucks something fierce. It does not exist.
You seem to remember some things.
That's why I mostly rely on my face. And so, yeah.
Alright, well, shall I move on to our next topic of bad news?
Yeah, go for it.
So Amazon is backing an AI streaming service that generates movies and TV shows based on user prompts. I smell copyright issues.
I smell lawsuits.
Makes sense.
I also smell a crap ton of lost money.
I smell that too. Oh, that money is
Smells
bad.
a lot like what you'd find in the Amazon. Yeah, it smells a lot like what you'd find in the Amazon jungle on the ground, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I get it.
He gets it. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, this is not.
I have snot too.
Why would you want to watch that stuff? Why would you want to watch that stuff?
That's literal brain rot. Probably.
I mean, Hollywood's been dying as is, and I'd argue the biggest reason behind it is, it's all profit. It's all for the sake of profit.
It's not for the sake of good.
Where's the passion?
There's no passion in AI.
Because guess what? Exactly. So you're trying to solve the problem of Hollywood by, let's lean more into the exact same mistake Hollywood's making.
This is artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence disease. Exactly.
Shall we move on to some good news, though?
Sure.
So SK Hynix has surpassed Samsung as the top memory maker for the first time.
What do you mean by memory maker? Are you referring to storage? Or,
RAM, yeah. I'm referring to RAM.
Huh. I didn't know Samsung made RAM.
Yeah, Samsung makes all kinds of computer components.
I did not know RAM was one of them.
Well, I think it's.
So can I find Samsung RAM
It's also
on Amazon?
Yeah.
Or
Oh yeah.
something,
It's also referring to like ROM chips and storage chips. So it's referring.
Oh, so it's probably like the chips on the individual sticks, but not the sticks themselves.
No, Samsung does make sticks too.
Oh! Oh, they make ECC memory. That's why I've never heard of them making a memory.
They make all kinds of. They make standard RAM for older computers too, or at least they did.
Huh. And they make ECC modules. So if you want to build a server, I guess Samsung RAM is the way to go.
Yeah, Samsung does everything. This is the same phone company that owns an amusement park.
I suppose. It's the same company that practically owns the entirety of South Korea at this point.
Oh yeah, they own a hospital, a basketball team.
They're practically a city in themselves. Heck, a country.
Samsung, I think, accounts for 22% of South Korea's GDP. Oh, and they have life insurance.
That's not insignificant. That's not insignificant. That's over a fifth of the total market's economy.
I'm pretty sure even Apple doesn't contribute that much to the U.S. economy.
I mean, they contribute a significant portion, but no, I don't even think they come that close.
But of course, the U.S. is also a far bigger country than South Korea.
Got a lot more companies, and A lot more bigger giants than, especially in the car industry right now.
Yeah.
We got a lot of big car industry giants. Big enough to the point where apparently if they were to go bankrupt, that would cost the U.S. so much money. Which is why they keep getting bailed out.
Yeah, even though they would even though they would cost far fewer people money if they didn't get bailed out.
So, anywho, yeah, I guess that's bad news for Samsung.
Shall I move on to Qualcomm now?
What did Qualcomm do this time?
Qualcomm wants to make server chips by 2028.
But can they though? Because if I recall, there's a lot of patent protection going on with x86, which there's a reason why we basically only have two chip makers on the desktop space, Intel and AMD. It's because they have a ton of patents over the x86 stuff. If I recall, Intel owns most of them. I'm surprised that AMD still has access to them. So, I don't know how Qualcomm intends on getting in on the game unless they're trying to build a server-grade ARM
Yeah, I think
chip.
that's what they're trying to do.
Something along those lines. I mean, I wanted Apple to do something like this with their M Ultra series.
And now, Qualcomm is stealing the thunder.
So hey, maybe this will light the fire under Apple's rear end to get them to finally produce the Mac Pros we need.
Oh yeah, or else this will finally put the fire in Apple's rear end to bring back the Xserve.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Because yeah, Apple right now is pretty much dominating in average consumer grade silicon.
Yeah, but they need to get into the professional space, especially so that way they can stop renting Amazon Google services to power Apple Intelligence.
Dude, imagine if all of their servers, like iCloud, on all of that stuff, imagine if it was all powered by Apple Silicon.
I'm stunned Apple doesn't do that. Doesn't try to make Xserves, but of course if they tried to make no wait, they wouldn't have to sell them to the public if they didn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, they'd at least be able to use them internally. Lots of ideas. So, yeah, I guess there's that.
Shall I move on to Tesla now, this also has to do with Samsung.
And Tesla. Oh, jeez.
So Tesla is purchasing $60.5 billion worth of AI chips from Samsung, and this is boosting Samsung's struggling foundry business in their upcoming factory in Texas.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense why Tesla would do it. If there's one thing Tesla knows about producing cars, they need production as local or in-house. They need that.
And of course, FSD requires AI chips.
Yeah, I mean, Grok aside, you need these types of things for FSD to function.
And for autopilot to function.
Of course, Tesla would be buying these. Yeah, basic autopilot, maybe not so much. Just the way basic autopilot is written, but for FSD, oh, definitely it needs those chips. Which, oh yeah, speaking of which, AI and self-driving, I don't think that's in here, but I'm just going to add real quick. Apparently there was another Waymo crash. into a fire truck, responding to a call.
Wait a second. Sounds like Waymo has a problem.
The truth is, all of these robotaxi services have a problem. Like, even Tesla. Tesla has had a... It was an extreme low speed, but there was metal-to-metal contact between a robotaxi and another car.
Oh.
So... I'm not a fan of robotaxis because the genuine truth when it comes to driving is it's all multiple shades of gray. And computers can only see things in black and white. They can only see things as a 1 or a 0. And that's it. There is no 0.5 or 0.25. It's either a 1 or a 0. It's black or it's white. There are no shades of gray. And in driving, dude, there are infinite shades of gray.
Yeah, it's not like a computer. It's not like quantum computers.
And so I have a hard time seeing this robotaxi thing take off because the more I watch... what it can do now is impressive. I've said it before and I'll say it again. What FSD is capable of today is technically impressive. But will it ever replace human drivers? I don't think we'll ever get there.
Yeah, it's starting to get...
Because I continue to watch. As it improves, it still makes egregious mistakes.
Like crashing into fire trucks, responding to calls, which... people could have died from that Waymo crash.
Yeah, I was going to say, they claim, robo-taxis are going to make our cities safer. Tell that to the building that just burnt down, because the fire truck couldn't get there.
Or else the people that the Waymos could have killed.
I mean, there's even stories about Waymos... there's a city that they're in where apparently it had flooded at some point, and a Waymo just basically drove itself straight into the puddle at full speed.
Oh.
And it ended up getting stuck. So, again, it's not... You can try to program all these scenarios as black and white as you want. But when you're working with infinite shades of gray... emphasis on infinite. It's impossible.
Now, granted, not all humans can respond to these situations correctly, but most humans don't crash into fire trucks.
True.
Most of the time, humans understand to get on over.
Yeah. Most of the time, in fact, actually, I wonder this: do these robotaxis have microphones? I don't think they do.
They have to have them.
Because as far as I know, they do not respond to sirens unless they see flashing lights. They don't respond to audible sirens.
And that's bad because it's a lot easier to hear that type of noise on a microphone than with flashing lights. Like, for example, one time back when I was 10, I actually asked my dad if you could still drive if you're deaf, because you wouldn't be able to hear the sirens, but you can because you'll still see the lights.
Yeah, there's at least that. But having the ability to listen is also pretty important. I mean, I get the uber luxury cars that try to remove the outside environment, getting it completely out of the cabin to make sure you are isolated from all of the peasants that are beneath you. I get that, but then at the same time, when you remove all that stuff, now you're removing sirens or is there something wrong with the car? A good way to tell if there's something wrong with the car is simply by listening.
Or else, who would drive me nuts?
So-
Not just not knowing exactly where I am too. In one of those cars.
In general, I think they should have microphones on them, but I have a good feeling that as of right now, they don't.
And they need
Teslas don't have microphones on the outside. They have microphones on the inside cabins, but that's designed for, if you get a phone call. Not for driving purposes.
Yeah, they need one for sirens, that way they can detect that type of stuff. Since it's a state, since they probably also don't know how to pull, since these robotaxis also don't know how to pull over if they get pulled over, if cops try to pull them over for not pulling over.
That's another thing too.
So as a result, you're gonna get
That's
So
another
as a result,
thing
you'll
too.
get-
Do they have the ability to recognize, hey, the cops pull me over, I gotta pull over?
because you're gonna get crazy car chases because of this.
So, I mean, I think that line of code is in there, but then also, how do you talk to the officer if it's a driverless car?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose the
it's-
officer would just have to reach in and grab the registration.
It is such a mess. And while I'm not saying that autonomy shouldn't be pursued, the one reason why I'm in favor of this type of stuff is for the purposes of safety. Because guess what? Even though so far us drivers have proven to be better than FSD when it comes to responding to odd situations, well, on the occasion, we make a mistake. And having a safety catch is nice. That's why I like a lot of these cars being equipped with the auto emergency braking or forward collision warning or that type of stuff. It's because sometimes we make a mistake, and I've seen it happen to even the best of drivers out there. It happens to everyone. But to completely remove the driver and just have the car do all the work itself, I don't think we're ever going to get there. And if we do, it probably won't be in our lifetimes.
It'll be interesting to see how it works, but this actually goes hand in hand with our next topic, so kind of go ahead and move on to that.
Yeah.
So all other automakers that want an equivalent to FSD are now legally required a license from Tesla. Except the Chinese ones, obviously, because they don't recognize Western copyright.
I'm calling BS on that. If I had to guess, you read that from one of the Tesla bulls.
My dad told me that.
In other words, yeah, that is very inaccurate. Okay, there's a group of people on the internet that are such Tesla fans. We call them Tesla bulls, where in their mind there is nothing that Tesla can do that is wrong or is incorrect. Even say firing the supercharging team. Both you and I agreed that was a stupid decision, right? There were plenty of people out there that were saying, no, this is right. Elon knows exactly what he's doing. This is right. This is good. Flippin' idiots. So, yeah, this group of people are referred to as the Tesla bulls, where it comes from, like, crypto, how, I'm bullish about how well this coin's going to perform. So that's where it came from. And most of the time they're Tesla shareholders, Tesla stock shareholders. But yeah, they are so up there with, there is nothing that Tesla can do that is wrong. And even though we know Tesla has been performing poorly for the past year when it comes to their earnings, these people, these Tesla bulls justify, well, you know what? The future isn't vehicle sales. It's robo-taxis, so it doesn't even matter. They are so...
They have artificial intelligence.
The only word I can come up with to describe it, it is so... Yeah, it is so asinine. The words that come out of their mind, out of their mouths, in describing Tesla. It's a big reason why the Tesla community is hated. It's because of these bulls. They're not realistic. Because to them, Tesla's perfect, and everyone is beneath them, when that's obviously false. And this is one of those statements from those bulls. They believe, guess what? It doesn't matter all the... you have to... If you want self-driving software, you want robo-taxis, well, guess what? There's no choice. You have to go Tesla, because Tesla can do no wrong and everyone else is beneath them. It is absolute bull crap.
You're correct.
It's a big reason why I kind of stopped making videos on Tesla, because you got the bulls who are denying reality on Tesla's state right now. It's not as good as you think it is, guys. I'm sorry. And at the same time, you got the Tesla bears, the opposite of the bulls, that believe every single thing Tesla does is wrong and is evil. And as of right now, I feel there is no in-between. It is either you are a Tesla bull or you are a Tesla bear. I'm neither.
Same.
Don't get me wrong. I still like Teslas, and I'm still fully planning on buying one. But as of right now, I cannot stand the community. I mean, I've mentioned I've been called both a Tesla fanboy by the bears and a Tesla hater by the bulls, because I'm realistic. So right now, the Tesla community is extremely toxic to be in. Doesn't matter which side you're on. It's an extremely toxic community to be in, and it's driving me absolutely mad. And then talking about the rest of the EV industry, I don't know what to do, because I bring up the NACS transition all the time, but then somehow they rope it right back to Elon Musk, and it's just... I'm in an awful state right now when it comes to being an EV enthusiast.
Same.
It's hard to be one right now. Especially, like, I would love to make videos about actually testing the car, showcasing the product itself, and letting the product in front of me speak for itself. That's how I prefer to do reviews. I want the product to speak for itself, so I don't have to discuss theory. Because with theory, there also comes speculation. And that's when the community gets involved, and that's where my bias gets involved, and just... Dude, I'm in an awful spot right now in the EV community. It is so hard to be an enthusiast. And you already know my problems with being a tech enthusiast. I mean, you share the same problem as me. We can't stand that all anyone wants to talk about is artificial intelligence.
Exactly. Hold up.
Fake stuff.
I think I got a video. I think I just got a video idea for tomorrow.
Glad I'm an inspiration.
No, it's not.
Better write that down, and I'm serious. Write it down.
Oh no, it's you remind me of something else which is that I think tomorrow, I'm not sure which I'll do first, but tomorrow I think I'm going to do retrospective on either the iPhone 10 or 10s since they're losing support. When the iPad 7 is also losing support, right? I did that for the iPhone 8 and 10 back in August 2023, so figured a way I can do that. But actually, no, that is a good idea, though. I might do that.
So.
That video about ranting about the tech community.
I would love to. I'm so frustrated. I mean, I kind of did with my I'm taking a break video. But dude, I'm in a real frustrating position where all anyone wants to talk about is AI, foldables, which I thought we found foldables are not practical. I thought we figured that out already. Minus some who are just so bored out of their minds they have to... I don't know. It's just... Yeah. It's hard to be a tech enthusiast, and it's hard to be an EV enthusiast. I'm in a pickle. I'm in a real pickle, man. So.
At least they're not. At least you're not in a fried pickle, because fried pickles are disgusting.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I thought of one more topic that we should add to the crucial topics before we get to rumors.
What is it?
I'm surprised you hadn't noticed.
Wait a sec! How did I not notice that? How did I go to... I've been too distracted with school lately.
Did you not notice
oh
that?
my gosh.
I held this up like 3 times! I held this up on camera 3 times! And you never noticed it!
I noticed your A&W root beer, but I didn't notice... I did notice your iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
I mean, I don't look a
How
lot.
did you not notice this thing?
Don't look a lot at first. I thought, oh well, it's just Alpha's phone, no big deal. Like, I don't even notice the models of phones.
I'm wondering if you thought... I'm wondering if you were thinking I was holding up this and you just didn't notice the color.
Yeah, that's actually...
It's like, no, I'm holding up a completely separate phone.
Because the colors don't actually look that much different from each other. I mean, okay, they're both... Because they're both light shades, shades of color. That's, I think, why.
These don't look that different to you?
I mean, when you hold them up side by side, they do. But when I'm not thinking, and because I'm honestly kind of tired, and I've been a little bit distracted lately with school and AI and the tech community, I completely forgot about your iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Dude, that is hilarious! I went almost all showcasing this, and you didn't even notice it. And you're the guy who pays attention to the details.
You did. Did you think I was going to notice immediately?
I thought you were. I was trying to keep my laughter in so much the first time I showed this off. I was laughing so hard in my head. Oh my gosh, he didn't notice.
How is it, though?
Well, I guess we know the hype clip for this episode.
Yeah. Seriously, how is your iPhone 16 Pro Max, though?
I mean, I have some good impressions and I have some bad impressions, so. Because it's still not the perfect iPhone. It's not the iPhone XS Max. But, I mean, here's what I got so far. Form factor, despite that the phone size increased, I actually think it's lighter than my XS Max.
That's the power of titanium.
Yeah, I didn't realize stainless steel really was that heavy, but yeah, the phone feels lighter to me, despite that it is technically a bigger phone. And also, again, despite my small hands, I had to go Pro Max. Of course I did.
To be fair, I go with the smaller option. I have giant hands.
Yeah. I mean, also too, the screen size increase, to me, very noticeable. I do notice the 0.4 inch difference between 6.5 and 6.9. Dude, this is nearly 7 inches, my goodness.
There's Kindle Fires that have smaller screens in their tablets.
Yeah. and to me, this still feels like a. This feels like I can't go any smaller than this. That's how big screen I am. You go big or you go home when it comes to screen real estate. So yeah, the screen is my biggest impression. It is nice to have 120 hertz on my daily driver again. I mean, I've always had it on the 13 Pro Max, which I still use daily basically because I have my work stuff on this.
Aren't you trading that? Aren't you trading your 13 Pro Max?
Yeah, I am. I just have to wait for the box to come in. They have to mail me the box first. And they told me they'll be here in like 2 weeks or something like that. So. But yeah, as of right now, yeah, I have all 3 phones right now, which means at some point I'm going to make a final 3 years of ownership with the 13 Pro Max, my full thoughts on using it, and then I'll get that packaged up and sent on its way. The charge port doesn't work on it, but I did not tell the store employees that, so hopefully that doesn't cause any issues.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, the reason why my mom actually gave me her old iPhone 8 Plus, which, hang on, let me grab it. The reason why she gave me her old iPhone 8 Plus is that it's cracked on the back, so you can't return it. Yeah, if the charging board doesn't work, that will cause
yeah,
issues.
So, yeah, anywho, back to my phone. Screen's the biggest thing that I noticed. Again, it's nice to have 120 hertz on my daily driver. And then we have the anomaly within the display.
All right, you're finally living that island life instead of that peninsula life. You're an island boy now.
Honestly, I still don't like it. I still don't like it.
You don't get that peninsula life joke I made? Because you live on a peninsula.
Yes, I do get it. Yes. I technically live on a peninsula within a peninsula.
All right.
So yeah, I've always lived the peninsula life, dude. But yeah, the dynamic island, I really don't. I'm not digging it still. I mean, it's fine. It's not egregious. I don't completely hate it. I mean, the animations on it are cool. I'm glad that they at least tried to do something original with it. So much so that, I guess Android had to make their clones of it. But at the end of the day, I'd still prefer it to be a notch. So, yeah, there's that. So that's the screen, basically. I am already annoyed with the action button. I miss my ringer switch already.
Yeah, because Sam Tucker, excuse me, from Sam Time actually mentioned how with the elimination of the mute switch, you can no longer look at it and tell whether your phone's in silent or not. Which, okay, granted, you can just go to your screen and look, and
not only that,
mine's covered with my case.
Yeah, but not only that, I have already tried to raise the volume on this device. And did I hit the volume up button?
Oh no.
No, I did not hit the volume up button. I kept hitting the new action button.
I'll have to get used to that when I upgrade to my iPhone 17 Pro.
I kept hitting it, and still kept unsuccessfully raising the volume of my device.
That's annoying.
Which is why I said, no, we don't need another button on the side of the phone. I've already had issues in the past with Androids. In fact, this phone is one of them, the Pixel 6. where because the power button and the volume buttons are on the same side, I will go to either raise or lower the volume. Actually, on this phone, the power button's above the volume buttons. I will go to raise the volume of my phone, and instead of hitting the volume up button, I will hit the power button. And on my old Samsung A50, the power button was actually below the volume button, so say something is playing way too loud in my ears. So, okay, my initial reaction, get into the pocket, lower the volume, except instead of hitting the volume down button, I keep hitting the power button, which also serves as the quick launch to open the camera, because, you know, the double tap the power button thing that opens the camera on Androids. So then I'm also doing that and taking a bunch of pictures in my pocket, still with music blaring loud in my ears. It's annoying! It's called bad design, and that's why there should only be 2 buttons on the side of the phone.
That's why.
A volume up and a volume down.
That's why I just use a control center for controlling the volume on my iPhone and iPad.
What if it's in your pocket?
I don't. I always take it out of my pocket to change the volume if I ever have to.
I often can't do that because when it's in my jeans pocket, I can't pull it out because it is too time consuming and cumbersome. So I try to find the volume buttons in my pocket. It's also, you should be able to do it by feel, should you not?
I don't like to feel around for stuff in my pockets to do that, so I don't really care, but I understand where it comes from.
Yeah, it's really annoying. They should have kept the switch. They really should have. And if you wanted the switch to do something else other than ring, like a flashlight toggle, for example, you can use it for that too. The switch didn't just need to be tied to the ringer. You don't need a separate button to do that. It's like, oh, well, people initially with the 15 series, well, they used that as their camera quick launch option. Well, guess what? Now they stupidly added another button that does just that. So, yeah, button layout is like the dynamic island. I don't like it, but I don't hate it at the same time either. But the button layout is the biggest bother. That is the biggest annoyance that I have with this phone right now. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but it still should not be designed this way. But on the final note, dude, it is so good. I can't tell you how good it feels to finally have USB-C on a phone again.
I thought you were going to just praise the big screen again, but USB-C. Yeah, it'll be nice to have that on my iPhone 17 Pro.
It is so good to be able to now bring one cable that can charge my MacBook, my iPad, now my iPhone, and my AirPods Pro, because I still have Lightning AirPods Max. In fact, come to think of it, these are the only pair of Lightning devices that I still daily drive. All I need to do is replace them with the USB-C version, and I'm officially done with Lightning.
All I need to do is graduate high school, or else wait for my school to buy new iPads, and I'll be officially done with Lightning for my main devices.
So, I mean, I'm also shocked at the stark differences between, I mean, I'm coming from a XS Max. Of course, there's a lot of changes between that and this, but I mean, it's nice to have MagSafe as my daily driver phone now, so my wallet just,
well, that's handy.
It's hard to lose now.
Typically, I put my phone in my wallet in separate.
I mean, my wallet already had a built-in AirTag, so.
Yeah, typically I put my phone in my wallet in separate.
Huh?
Or, I mean, I get where you're coming from, because I mean that would be handy. I put to have your phone and your wallet together. I personally keep them in separate pockets, just that way I don't have too much weight on one pocket. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, mine are equally balanced because in one pocket it's my phone and my wallet, the other pocket it's my keys and AirPods, and I got a lot of keys on my key ring. And center stage does not know what to do with my face right now.
If that's all right, because in other news, we are almost out of time.
So, in that case, should we rapid fire through our rumors again?
I mean, they're not exactly that important, so shall we do what we sometimes do and just get the... Actually, now we'll rapid fire through them. So, the iPhone 17 Pro is going to be thicker to accommodate its bigger battery. Apple's reportedly developing their own image sensor for the iPhone. Apple wants to rival ChatGPT via their Answers team. And the Pixel 10 has is rumored to have a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera despite the 48 megapixel main lens. 100 times zoom 8K video recording at 30 frames per second, and then the Insta360 drone is rumored to be under 250 grams, and it will launch this month.
It's a shame that a lot of them sounded actually pretty interesting. Center stage, what are you doing? My face is here.
This might have to be another...
It keeps trying to wander off over here for some reason.
Hype club.
So, yeah, it's actually a bit of a shame that these are actually interesting rumors for once. Like which rumor is it? Apple's developing their own image sensor. That would have been really interesting.
Yeah.
To talk about, but
I mean,
we're out of time.
This is a school night, so I can't, and because I have to prepare for tomorrow's video, I can get ready for school and take a shower.
Oh yeah,
I
right.
can't go. I don't have time to go further in depth into these. But
yeah. Oh, dude, I'm going to be so busy for the next couple days because tomorrow I got to go to work. Then I got to go record something. My car is currently being cleaned right now. I don't have my car. My car's not here. So getting around's going to be fun. and then I got to pack because I'm leaving at 4 a.m. Saturday morning.
All right.
And now's a good time to end it. I'm going to end it right here because I got someone calling.
All right. As always, thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the iTunes Fan Podcast. I am Tate Macker from the iTunes Fanboy. He is Alpha DeWolf from the Random Alpha Gadgets. And we are saying peace out for now and goodbye.